Hello and welcome to the RPG Academy podcast Twitch channel. My name is Michael and I'm here today with a bonus one-off edition of Michael Plays the Classics. I'm going to be playing Super Mario Brothers. Maybe the most iconic Nintendo game ever, franchise starter. Uh, I have more hours in this game than I do my degree easily, maybe even more than I have in like any other game. I don't know. It was a huge part of my life for a very long time when I was a certain age. I had mentioned yesterday on the stream that we were going to play Contra today. I was forgetting that the original Contra is actually not part of the NES Classic Console games that are offered. There's Super C, which is like the sequel to it, not the Super Nintendo version, but there's actually a Nintendo version. But I wanted to play the original, but it's not part of the classic console, so I couldn't, at least not legally stream it without having a copy of the game, and I don't. So we're gonna play Mario Brothers instead, and kind of like what I did yesterday with Punch Out. I don't have a plan. Like I don't plan on necessarily beating the game. I'll try. I have in the past. I'm just gonna see how far I can get on one game, not one life, but one game, and there's actually one really dumb secret that I know about this game. I know probably a million people know it too, but it's one of the few things I know about this game that maybe some people don't. So I thought I might show that off too. Though that actually will end the game if I do that, so I might have to start one over. But we'll see. So let's jump into the game. So I just remembered this game. The thing that captured my imagination as a kid was all the secret stuff that you could find if you were, dedicated and you'd persevere and just jump everywhere, which pipes you could go down, which ones you couldn't, and all that kind of great stuff. Hey, Rami, thank you for joining me. So not playing Contra. In fact, we're playing Super Mario Brothers instead. I don't have the ability to stream Contra today, so this is one of the first ones that I remember from a long, long time ago. There's an extra man right there. And if you do it just right, you can still also go down the pipe, which will let you get some coins and you bypass a big part of the level. So every time you get 100 coins, you get an additional life or man, as it used to be called. Well, at least when I was a kid, you called it extra man. And there is a secret to this that I don't quite remember, but if you jump on the pole when the timer is at a certain number, you'll get bonus points. And I think it's 9 is like what you want. So let's find out. So I just remember that's a big thing when you get to the end. There's a way to get bonus like explosions. Okay, it's not 9. Maybe it's 8. I don't know. Maybe it's even numbers. But that was a thing that I knew a lot when I was a kid. Do 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 do. Oh, that music. Do 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 do. And the timer starts running low on you. Oh, that was the best and the worst. Kind of did that wrong, but that's okay. So star power makes you invincible. Well, I tried to go under there, but I didn't do it right. Well out of practice this game, let me tell you. Ooh. Since I don't have the volume on, it's a little hard sometimes to hear the musical cues that will warn you about stuff, like when your star power's running out. If you get a bit of a run and go with your jumps using the B button, you can actually jump a little further. So there's 2 secrets here. I think this is where it is. No, it's not. Okay, sorry. there's sort of two seconds here. If you ride this up and get up on top, uh, so I'm not going to do it. I might do it later because if you do it, it ends the game. But there's a way to get to -1 world. I don't know. Again, I imagine a lot of people know about this, but there's a way using this pipe here. If you jump, like if you break all the bricks except the one I'm standing on, and then you jump and you hit this with your head backwards, you will walk through this, and instead of being the warp zone pipes to world 2, 3, or 4, it'll take you to -1 world, which is an underwater level, but there's no end to it. So you just swim until you die. And then you can't ever get out of it. Ah! Oop. So I used the warp to get me to world 4. If I was truly trying to beat the game, I would have gone to world 3. There is another sort of cheat or exploit that's pretty well known. Yeah, it was when I was a kid. There's a way to get if not infinite lives, like a whole bunch of lives. On world 3, there's a place where there's a staircase where some of these turtle creatures are coming down the steps, and there's a timing issue which I've done in the past, but I'm not certainly good at it, where you can jump on the turtle, cause it to move, and then it rebounds off the back of the steps, and then you just sort of jump on it again, and you get in this sort of loop where you just jump, and every time you do it, it like accumulates more points. So you're I should be able to get into there, but I'm not going to worry about it. You can accumulate like quantumly, just it keeps doubling points, and it gets to the point where you start getting extra lives instead of points. And so if you do it, long enough, you can get 100, 200 additional lives. It's hard to do, but if it works, basically it all but gives you infinite lives. Because if you actually do it too much, let's try 7, see what 7 does, then the game will end. So if you get too greedy, it will end. It must be even numbers. Maybe I guess it's 8. Maybe it's 10. Maybe 0 is the most. So you do that, and you can get like a ton of points. When I was in grade school, not long after this game first came out, we had a video store that rented games, and they held a Mario competition where you could come and play the game. Everybody got to play for like 2 minutes or 5 minutes or something, and whoever had the most points wins one, whatever. And that's what just about everyone tried to do, was to use that exploit. So here's the other secret. So you use the warp in level 1-2 to get to level 4. And at level 4-2, there's a hidden warp world here. And you got to be careful, because if I jump in between where these 2 blocks are, there's another block there. And if you break that, you can't do this. But if you hit here, there's a vine. Now I can jump there and get that coin. You take this vine up, and it takes you to another warp level. Get some coins along the way. And now you can go to world 6, 7, or 8. There are only 8 worlds. So I'm basically the last level. Again, I don't know that I'll actually be able to beat the game, because it's pretty hard, especially when you mess up like that. But this will probably be as close as I can get, and without, again, using that exploit. So I did have a subscription to Nintendo Power for a while, though I didn't keep it. But one of the low points in my life, keep in mind, I was like, I don't know, 12, 15. When did Nintendo come out? 83, 84, somewhere. I would have been like 19 years old. I don't know. But they had a Nintendo Power hotline that you could call. And it's kind of like a psychic line or a sex line. You call it, and you could ask questions about games and get tips and tricks. But it was like $3 a minute. And I once called so much that we had like over a $400 phone bill that month. And my mom was pretty upset, which I can't blame her. If that happened to me now as a parent, I would be outraged. So I get it. Oh, almost. Whew. Now here's the jump that will get me, because you got to jump and there's just a little place to land on, and then you got to jump again really fast. Yep, didn't do it. I think I got to start all the way back at the beginning of the world too. Yeah, but also I'm now small. I don't have the safety net of being able to. Whoops. Yeah, that was not intentional. Let's try this again. I believe there's a way to actually get like an extra man. Nope, not there. There's one of those places where you can kick one of these guys, and if you follow it, it'll take out so many things that you'll get an extra life from it. But you gotta be careful, because it'll also come back at you, and if you don't time the jump, you'll end up killing yourself. So the extra man is basically used to me. Oh, don't jump up there. Maybe I can get enough coins to make up for the man I stupidly lost there. Okay. Whew. So our kids play Roblox a lot as well, though we probably spent $30 max, and they always ask us. At least so far they have. I'm sort of waiting for the day where somebody go okay. See, then I overshot it. I don't know what the secret there is. If I guess maybe I just got to jump it without hitting the B button, but be closer to the edge. Maybe I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm kind of waiting for the day that one of them are like, well, they let me buy this the other day, so they probably don't care if I, help myself to an additional $10, and then that $10 becomes 5 times that, because they didn't do what they wanted to do. And yeah, like I don't know, Roblox actually seems like, I could see if I was a kid, I would probably really like Roblox. Some of them seem like they're just awful games, but there's sort of these open world concepts, somewhat kind of role play-ish, where you can sort of create any type of character you want. That's kind of cool. And I think it's, of all the games they could play, there's mother grabber. There are certainly worse ones that they could play, but some of them are just awful. And they watch a lot of YouTubers, and that's what a lot of the YouTubers are playing. Hello there, Handy Twerse. Probably didn't get that right. Sorry. Welcome to my stream. I play old games poorly and talk about role-playing games and movies and TVs and such. Happy to have you with us today. I decided to break out a very old classic. My goal is to see if I could actually beat the game, but I'm down to my last life. And there's one part where I keep dying over and over again, so I kind of feel like this is going to end soon. And I was saying earlier that one of the few things about this game that I actually know that might... fantastic. So that didn't take very long. So I was going to show you how to get to -1 world. So I'll go ahead and do that because that kind of ends the game. If once you get to -1 world, the game you can't do anything other than die. But it's kind of a neat thing that I do remember that maybe not everyone knows. So I'll show you that, and then that'll probably be the end for the day. And then hopefully next week, I got a few more one-off games I want to play. And then, whoops, I messed up and forgot the life. Ah, son of a gun. See, this is what happens. I'm not good at these games to begin with, and then I start talking, and then it just goes downhill from there. But I'm going to be playing Dragon Warrior soon. Actually, thanks to Rami, who's here in chat with us. He bought me a copy of the game, and it's on its way. So once I have a copy, I'm going to get the emulator, and I'm going to stream me playing through that game. In the past, I've done Final Fantasy all the way through, Legend of Zelda all the way through, just recently finished Metroid. Yesterday, I played Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream. So Dragon Warrior will probably be the next longer game that I play for a while. All right, so I think we figured out we need even numbers, not odd. So let's see if we can get this at 8 and see what happens. Drubby's Speedruns just followed, so thank you very much for the follow. So again, I'm just going to show you how to get to -1 world if I can. Again, I may not be able to do that as well. At the time when I learned how to do this years and years ago, I had no idea what the idea of -1 world was. I'm guessing now it's like a production level, a testing level that just never got taken out of the game. But I don't know. I still don't quite understand a lot of things about video games. I'm not a smart man. Never claimed to be. It is. It's pretty hard to get there because there's a bit of a timing to it. You got to jump just right. It's very easy to mess up and keep yourself from being able to get there. You have to jump and hit a block backwards with the back of your head at the right sort of angle. If you don't do it, then you break the block, and if you break the block, then you can't do it, and either you're done or you have to die and start the level over. So I'll try it. I'll see if I get there. Hopefully I'll get it lucky and get it right the first time. So if I remember, it's here. You want to break all the blocks, or at least a couple of the blocks, but not this one closest to the pipe. You got to jump up and hit it with the back of your head, like so. But again, if I end up breaking the block, then I am done. So I'm trying to be careful about doing that. Oh, that was close. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. So now at this point, it doesn't matter which pipe you go down. You go into, wait. That was not right. I went through the pipe like I thought I was supposed to, but maybe, do you have to go down? I thought it didn't matter which pipe you went down, but maybe it does. Huh. So anyway, if you were watching, I did it, and then I think maybe I just picked the wrong pipe. I can't remember. I thought you could go down any of them, but maybe it's the first one you have to go down, or the third one, but certainly not the second one. So I guess I'll just play this game out. Oh, that was dumb. So now I'm confused. I thought, yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, you do have to go down the first one. For some reason, I didn't think it mattered. But anyone who's been around long enough knows that what I think and what is true are rarely the same thing. I'm not a smart man. But yeah, so because it looks like I got a couple newer people today. Not trying to hard sell the channel or anything, but just to explain what I do. Mostly I do role playing games. Like I have a podcast called the RPG Academy. It's upper middle tier, maybe. It's not huge, not Adventure Zone certainly, but does pretty well. And we do a lot of that kind of stuff on our Twitch channel. But Monday through Friday around 1 o'clock each day, I've been playing some old Nintendo games from when I was a kid. And today I just sort of picked Super Mario Brothers. It's sort of a one-off. I finished Metroid, which took like 2 weeks. And I'm going to be playing Dragon Warrior soon, which will take, I don't know, a month maybe. It's a crazy long game, especially again when you're not good at it like I will not be. So the last couple of days, I just wanted something a little lighter, just jump in, jump out. I don't have to spend a lot of time worrying about stuff. So that's what today was. But we were nominated for an Emmy, actually twice in a row, which is probably our biggest claim to fame. I actually had my Gen Con memories popped in my Facebook account. I'm going to die. Nope. And the first year that we were nominated for an Emmy, and if you don't follow role-playing games, I'm sure you have no idea what Emmys are, but it's like an industry award. It's probably right now the most prestigious award that there is in the TTRPG industry, though that's not saying a whole lot. But the first year we got nominated, the day after the nominations came out, we got booted off iTunes for not a copyright violation, but like a copyright question, I guess. The name of our show is the RPG Academy, but the name of some of the shows individually, like types of shows, we had one called Table Topics because we talked about things happening at our table. And apparently there was a board game, like a discussion conversation starter game, like that was on the Oprah Winfrey Show, that was called Table Topics. It hadn't come out yet, but they had licensed that name. And even though it was only like a subtitle of our show, that was enough to get us pulled. So right after we got nominated for an Emmy, you couldn't find us for almost 3 weeks. Didn't cost us any money, but I had to talk to a lawyer and do a bunch of stuff. And we changed the name of our show title, and it was fun. And then I also got kidney stone. So I had a T-shirt made when I went to Gen Con that year that said, "Hi, I was nominated for an Emmy, but all I got was kicked from iTunes and a kidney stone." And I just happened to see that shirt because Gen Con was like last week, so like 4 years ago or something it came up. Anyways, you guys probably don't care, or you people probably don't care. So anyways, this has been Super Mario Brothers with Michael, plays the classics. I failed to get -1 world. I failed to beat the game, so pretty much par for course for what I do here. Take the weekend off. I'll be back on Monday. Probably will be another one-off while I'm waiting for Dragon Warrior to show up. Not sure what it is, but it'll either be something that I physically own or something that's on the NES Classic console, because that's the way I'm able to stream them. But thanks for hanging out. The couple of you newer people that I didn't meet before, thanks. And hopefully I'll see you next time too. But till then, bye.